Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Stellaris First Contact. So we've got a lot of things we have to take care of here in the beginning of the episode, and the first is to deal with this consumer goods problem that we're having. So this is really tied to a policy that we have, and I have never been able to get either of these two economies here, the civilian economy or the militarized economy, to work the way they're supposed to. They actually result in you having an opposite economy of what they say. So let's say you have the militarized economy as we do. Then you produce 25% less consumer goods and 25% more alloys. Well, of course, these are produced in the same district, in the industrial district. This is where you get the majority of your consumer goods and your alloys. And so basically, if you're on a militarized economy, you're always going to have a consumer goods problem. So how do you fix it? Well, you have to do it with the buildings, because if you build these, you're going to end up producing large amounts of alloys that maybe you don't need, while still being in the negative for the consumer goods. So you have to produce the civilian industries, which I forgot we already have one here. We also already have the alloy foundries. So you got to put these on all of your planets. I don't think we have one of those on Black Mountain. So yeah, we'd have to build the civilian industries here as well as on every other one of our planets, while we don't really need as many alloy foundries. And so what I find is that your economy ends up being the exact opposite. You have civilian industries everywhere, even though you're supposed to be a militarized economy. While if you're a civilian economy, you have the alloy foundries everywhere, which are primarily for the military stuff, ships and star bases. So I generally like to stay on the mixed economy. I only did it this time because, it fits for our orcs, but again, I just can't get it to work right. So we're going to switch that over. Another thing I'd like to adjust is to change that edict, to turn this off, because there's really no reason to have it on right now if we're not at war, particularly when it's going to put us in the negative. So we're going to go ahead and turn that off for now. We can always just turn it right back on as soon as we're ready to go to war. So there's no reason to be depleting our stockpile of motes if we don't have to. So we'll just have to remember, and this is one reason why I don't like turning it off during times of peace, because you got to remember to turn it back on when you go to war. But yeah, we'll try and remember. We'll see how effective that ends up being. We do need to pick this perk based on your guys' comments. It seems most people think we should get the galactic force projection. So go ahead and do that. And of course, that'll be really helpful for building these cruisers. Now, we're not going to be able to get anywhere near this fleet size just because we won't be able to pay for it with the energy credits, nor will we have the alloys to even build it up, especially now that we changed up our economy. Now, a couple other things we need to do here. So, Grok Citadel. We know that Grok Citadel has these resources here. We're not really capitalizing on all of them yet. So we've got the ability to get 2 of the mote harvesting traps. We're only using 1 of those. We can also do the extraction wells, but we don't have that tech yet. And then the 2 crystal mines. Obviously can't get all those because there's just not enough building slots. So we're going to have Grok Citadel focus on the motes, just because those are more useful to us. And that's probably all we'll get here. We'll see if we need the gases or not. We do have gases out here, and I think there's some other planets that have it. And then there's also, on Shiny's Cave, they have the crystal mines. So we can go ahead and get it here, even though we already know we've got a problem with not enough pops here for the jobs that we got. Yeah, let's go and do the crystal mines here. We are running low on minerals, it looks like. So we might need to wait a little bit. We could sell some food, I suppose. We don't really have much to sell. And yeah, just buy enough so that I can get this last thing constructed here. So you guys know we got that tech for the zoos last episode, and I was telling you that I knew that in order to build them, there was some type of requirement. This is the only planet that we can build them on, and that is because, and you can also hover over this, is the isolated valley here. It doesn't say that it gives you the ability to get zoos. It doesn't say that here. But if you read it, you can see, that's basically what that's for. So yeah, we want to go and get the alien zoo. This is going to give us 3 new jobs. The zookeeper job, the duelist job, which of course we already have those, but gives you another job slot for that. And then the gladiatorial xeno jobs. So the zookeepers take consumer goods and turn that into research points and amenities, so pretty useful. And then the amenities produce scale with the gladiatorial xenos and gladiatorial beast jobs. And then we already know what the duelists do. So yeah, this is going to be pretty helpful to have. We'll go ahead and get an alien zoo. And I think this is the only planet that we can build that on. So next we need to get our cruiser set up. I told you guys we had a lot we had to do in today's episode. So I went ahead and named these. We got the Bruiser Cruiser. It'd probably be more correct to not have the I there and just have the U. I mean, not more correct, but, more fitting for our orcs. Putting the I there probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense for them. Why would you just throw an I there? So let's go and get the coil guns in here. So this is the artillery version of our cruisers. So we've got 2 of the large coil guns on here and then 2 medium ones. And this is what you can have here, if you're curious. And so yeah, we've got the 2 large guns, the 2 medium guns, and then we got them set to the artillery combat computer. So now with the shields, what we'll do is we'll have 3 shields and 5 armor. So we're still preferring armor, but we do have a good little chunk of shields on there. And then we also need to put the afterburners on here to speed these cruisers up. They're still going to be pretty slow compared to the rest of our ships. But I've already put the afterburners on the other ships. I suppose you could make the argument to not put those on, since the sublight speed is really determined by your slowest ship, but they get the higher evasion. So yeah, and they're not that costly. I mean, 3.6 is not that bad here, and we do need them on the cruisers, but I also put them on all the other ships too. So with the corvettes, you're still paying the 3.6. Might not be worth it in the case of the corvettes, because they already have the high evasion. So yeah, maybe not worth it to put it on them, because it's the same cost to keep these guys alive, so maybe we don't want to do that. But we'll keep them on the destroyers. And also, that extra speed isn't going to help them, because they're only going to be able to go as fast as the cruisers. So they're at a 177 speed, by the way. So this is our ship design. We could change up the reactor. Yeah, we could change the reactor up. But this does speed them up, so we're going to keep this reactor on the cruisers. We just won't do it with the destroyers or the corvettes. And then the other cruiser model that we're going to be using is the Gnat Nest, and it's basically the hangar one. So let's get these coil guns placed. They have the 1 large gun, and then we'll have the point defense on here. We could do a flak battery as well. Why not? They should be good at fighting, the strike craft, since that's what they do. They're a carrier, so they have their own strike craft. So we'll have the basic strike craft there. And these are pretty powerful overall. They weren't always. I remember when Stellaris first launched, they sucked. But now they're pretty good. Just going to get the armor placed the same way we did with the last cruiser. And then this one can get even faster, because you have 3 afterburner slots. So why not? I know that, it's not going to, the speed isn't going to be all that helpful, but remember, it's also increasing the evasion slightly. And we want to try and keep these cruisers alive. And so this is going to be very costly, of course. Well, we know that. We know it's going to be costly. And we also just reduced our alloy production by changing up our economy, so this is going to be a problem. But yeah, we're going to build them anyway, because we love big ships. Alright, so now we need to get those placed into our fleets. And I kind of want to change up the use of our destroyers a little bit, because I feel like we need more of the fleet flickers now. Because you're going to see, as other people get cruisers, you're going to see them having more of the strike craft. We'll also see them probably have more. Yeah, I think we will go and change these up. More missiles, too. So what we want to do is we'll have to take these out. I don't think there's any way to take them out from here, though. I think you have to do it. You have to first get rid of the destroyers. So we won't change it yet. We'll just wait until those get destroyed, and then we just won't replace them. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So we'll just get the 2 extra destroyers of these, and then when those are destroyed, we just won't replace those. So we'll have to make sure we don't push the reinforce button after the next battle until I reduce those. Could pull them out and create another fleet, but yeah, we're not going to have the money to pay for another fleet anyways. We'll see, guys. If we create another fleet, we can pull out these for that 3rd fleet. And then we need to add the cruisers in. I don't know, probably quite a few. Maybe 5 of each. Can we fit that many? No. Yeah, it would be over the cap. But we are going to get rid of some of these other ships here. The corvettes, I want to bring that number down, maybe down to 15. And then, of course, those 2 destroyers, bring that down as well. So we'll just do like 4 of each of these for now. Not that we're even going to be able to afford to build these. And that puts us at a pretty good number here. And they should be pretty strong as well. All right, so then we're going to do the same over here and get 4 of each of these. There we go, beautiful. All right, so let's go ahead and build what we can. we obviously aren't going to be able to get very many of these going. So we're looking at getting 4 cruisers total. As what we can currently get. So half of the ones for this fleet and none of the ones for the other ones. All right, guys, so that was everything. We had a lot to do. Get all that stuff taken care of. But yeah, we're looking pretty good on these planets. We're getting them under control. Bouncy Ice, you know, that one's got pretty good happiness right now. And more people are wanting to be friendly with us. So these guys actually want a defensive pact. So let's find out where they're at. So they're all the way up here, and they do look somewhat powerful. But let's actually take a look rather than guess. We probably don't know anything about them. Oh, we actually do. Their fleet is inferior to ours, but everybody's fleet is going to be inferior to ours. But their technology level and their economy are equivalent. So it says good things about them. They're honor-bound warriors. They're spiritualists, but like everybody in this galaxy is, and they're very friendly with us as well, which is interesting. Now, I don't know that I want to be in a defensive pact with them, but we can start establishing better relations with them. So let's go ahead and form a non-aggression pact. So I want to confirm that. And could establish embassies as well. So we got some friends, guys. So we got that established. And also we finish up the construction over here. So I believe the construction ship is now useless at this point. But we'll keep the one around. We'll pay for it. Just so that we have one for whenever we need it. So we don't have to construct it. And it's not that expensive. Actually, there's something here. A research station. Though, it says we cannot build it here. Oh, because we have to have dark matter drawing. Okay. Alright, so you can't do that. You didn't used to need a tech to be able to build the research stations around the black holes, but apparently you do now. Alright, so the espionage event, I didn't set for it to fire commence when ready. And so therefore, we have to actually approve it. And it's fine to do it this way as well, so you know when they're about to get it started, once they've finished the first stage and basically got ready to commence it. But yeah, you can always check that as we did with the last event we did when we were looking for a new asset. So our operatives have dispersed among the various scientific outreach schemes being run by the League of Great Botany for the benefit of their own citizenry. Our target for this endeavor may very well just make themselves known to us. So, acknowledge. And we'll get this started. We'll see if we can steal their technology. So, one of our planets, we already know which one. It's one of these ones, of course. Has low stability. Yeah, we continue to have stability issues here. This is the problem with amenities and unemployed workers. So basically, we need to get them some jobs because, again, we're in a situation where we don't... do we just lack orcs here? Yeah, this is a problem, I think, of our orcs moving. Our orcs just keep on moving, guys. Now, we could stop them from moving. So if we went into the species here, and you click on them and set their rights, so you can prevent pops of the species from moving freely between our worlds. But it's a little bit limiting when you do that. There's a lot of limits to doing that because then they can't move around based on where you have open jobs and stuff. But it is kind of unfortunate because we don't actually want them to leave our current planets, the current planets we haven't set to, so I almost feel like we're going to have to put migration controls in place so they stop moving off these coal planets, because yeah, it's causing us a lot of issues. That also means that it forces us to micromanage it more, to make sure that they're filling out these jobs and stuff, so that's a problem too. But I think we might have to do it for now, until we can get another species that we're not enslaving. Like we have a, I don't know, species that's on a coal planet that we've got set to, they don't have to be full citizenship necessarily, but just not be slaves so that they can do those one jobs. But yeah, I think we're going to have to do this, guys. I'm just worried that that's going to piss them off. I don't know if that causes happiness issues. You'd think it would. And it also might frustrate one of our factions. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, it's causing so many issues. I feel like we have to. So we need to take one of our orc planets and then move some hops off of it So we've got Black Mountain. They actually have some orcs here that are unemployed. Well, that's weird. They must have just got here. This is interesting because the orc is likely to move to Bria Laura. That's strange. So yeah, we can move a couple pops off Black Mountain and then maybe a couple pops out of Orcland over to these other 2 planets here. So I guess we'll do it this way. We'll do it from here. Do the resettle and then just look to see how many orcs those planets currently have. So we're going to Cold Stank first. Yeah, you can see they only have 3 orcs right now. So maybe move 1 more over there. We don't want to move too many. Yeah, let's move 1 more over there. Well, yeah, we don't want to move too many over there to this one because some of these planets we know have a lot less orcs. Like this one here only has the 1 orc. So yeah, we'll want to move 1 more orc over there. We can move that unemployed orc. That makes sense. And then go over to Orcland, and then we'll want to move an orc over there. Maybe 1 more, so like 4 on each of these planets. Let's take a look at Bounty Ice, and we'll want to move 1 more orc over there as well. There we go. Looks like you took one of their jobs, so they're gonna be unhappy about that. All right.
Scientific breakthrough
So
achieved.
the consumer goods is still really low. It looks almost like it didn't change. Let me just make sure. That's kind of weird because that should be much different now. But yeah, the alloys should be much lower and the consumer goods should be much higher. Huh, that's strange. It looks like it's exactly the same. We got the quantum hacking, increasing our code breaking, and gives us access to the Edict Bureau of Espionage. And what's nice about this is we're gonna get into their envoy if we do that. So this one here is for encryption. Got the blue lasers, or the gravity sensors and listening posts. Yeah, I guess we'll get the encryption. Focus on espionage a bit. You see that we are doing very good on research. This is not bad at all for research. Now, one thing you have to keep in mind though is we have a massive empire size, so technology cost is very high. But this is really good research for where we're at in the game right now. So this is the space torpedoes, and this will give us access to the frigates. So we're going to want to build and design those. But we're not going to do that yet because we're trying to get the cruisers built as it is. So let's work on one thing at a time. But this gives us the planetary defense batteries and the torpedo batteries. Okay. So let's go ahead and get the next tech selected. So we got some swarmer missiles. I've read that these are not very good. So I don't know how you guys feel about them. Yeah, I have read that they're not all that great. Let's go for the flat cannons. Yeah, we haven't upgraded those yet. Now, we're mainly using point defense, but what we'd really want to do is switch to flat cannons. And we're at a critical shortage here. Yeah, this has not gotten any better. This is strange. I thought this would get much better after we changed it up, but it almost seems like it didn't change at all. So I wasn't looking at it, but yeah, it seems like it's the same situation we were in before. So maybe this is just all because of those pops living on these planets they really don't like. But yeah, we can go ahead and sell a little bit of minerals, maybe a little bit of food as well, just to get the ability to purchase these consumer goods that we need. But yeah, we can't get much here, guys. We are broke. I suppose we could sell some moats. Those are worth a lot, though they're worth more, I think, on the galactic market. So you might want to wait. They can be. It really depends. Generally, though, the special resources are worth more. But yeah, we're losing so many consumer goods. All right, so we're gonna have to do some civilian industries. Clearly, we have a few. Like we have one here on Orcland. Let's go ahead and get that on here. Black Mountain. We got the civilian industries over here, and we're gonna go and tick that up to the top there because yeah, we've got to solve this issue. It's killing our economy right now. We also need more food. But the problem is actually jobs. We can't fulfill all the jobs. We have a lack of pops, which is surprising given how many slaves we have. So we have the birth of space piracy. So that means we'll start to see pirates. That is based off of the trade. So when you go to like the trade screen with the trade routes and stuff, you can see if a location has piracy. And so basically the star bases reduce that, but you can also set your ships to patrol it. So if they patrol that area, and the chance of it happening is based off of how much trade value is going through there. So we can see that there's a chance of piracy in several locations, and some of them are pretty bad. So that's a bit of a problem. I want to go ahead and upgrade this, guys. But here the issue is that we don't have any star bases. Now, there's a pirate fleet now, actually, that's attacking us currently. Okay, so we're going to have to deal with that. That's probably what the birth of the piracy was, is that we had our first pirates there. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that taken care of. And damn, we got the situation. I was trying to avoid that when you go into the negative and you get that situation, but we don't have anything to sell, or this is like a critical shortage at this point, guys. We are having some serious issues with the damn consumer goods. We sell these crystals as well. Yeah, I just gonna have to sell everything just to try and fix this critical shortage, and even that is not going to last us very long, guys. Yeah, this is a pretty big issue for us. We got higher naval capacity, not that we can even build anything out. So it looks like we've gotten to the next stage of this event, chasing the lead. One of our potential targets seems to have the kind of research clearance we need, and they're suitably impressed by our fabricated credentials. This lead seems our best one for now. Okay, so continue with that. And we still need to get a society research selected. Gene clinics would be really helpful. So this creates the medical worker jobs, which take consumer goods and turn them into amenities and pop growth speed, organic pop assembly speed, and planet habitability. So very useful for us, but obviously consumer goods are the problem. So we won't be able to build them, but we can go and get the tech while it's available to us. But yeah, we absolutely have got to reduce our consumer goods usage. But yeah, there's not a whole lot we can do about that. There's the edicts. So we currently have this fear campaign enacted. What we could do is do the education or the recycling one. That's the one. We saw that didn't have a huge effect, but anything to kind of fix the current problems we're facing right now. So yeah, we'll do that, and that'll help a little bit. So the Rothic Alliance, the ones behind us, those frog-like ones, they have subjugated. Are these the guys that we are like friendly with? No. Yeah, actually it is. Why would they become their vassal? That doesn't make any sense. Huh. They must have feel like they're in extreme danger. That's interesting. So maybe if we had accepted their defensive pact offer, they will accept the secret fealty. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we could attack these guys down here. They're a little bit more equivalent to us. So it's going to be a more difficult conflict than what this one would be. Oh yeah, I did forget about our pirate problem, so we need to go deal with that. So we'll use our more powerful fleet, even though it's obviously not necessary, but let's get those cruisers utilized. So they accepted that. So yeah, we can declare war on them down here. So maybe that should be our next conflict rather than picking on these really weak guys over here. So yeah, they did take that station from us, so we gotta go get it back. And they broke off their commercial pact that they had together.
The Cravens have destroyed one of our mining.
And they broke the secret fealty as well. Okay. AI is kind of, I don't know,
Breakthrough achieved.
kind of all over the place. So the Galactic Market was established, and we know them. Oh, these are the ones who pledged the secret fealty to us. Okay, well that's interesting. That's pretty cool. So we really need to get control of them. Another reason to go after the Rothic Alliance so we can get closer to them. So let's go ahead and sell more minerals. We just gotta keep on selling these. I guess we'll wait to buy food. We probably shouldn't need to. But yeah, go ahead and buy these consumer goods. Just trying to stay afloat here, man. This is so bad. And we are in the galactic market as well, so the prices are going to be based off of, you know, everybody selling and buying, and there's this market fee too that I have to pay. And so we're losing money every time we do this sell. So let's go into the slave market. So yeah, we can sell some slaves to get some energy as we try and fix this consumer good problem, but it might make things worse because we need pops. We need to take a look at our planet to make sure we're focusing on jobs that produce consumer goods. But yeah, let's say we wanted to sell from, it's not gonna be any of these ones. We want to look at what pop we would want to sell. Probably the brand, the goblins. That makes sense that we'd sell goblins. Yeah, you can make a good chunk of energy from them. And so yeah, if we wanted to just sell, I don't know, not farmers probably, maybe some miners or something. So let's say we wanted to sell one of these guys and put them on the market. So we could do that and start selling some of these pops that we take in wars. So now we're more incentivized to enslave more pops. So we can sell them. I don't want to sell a bunch. I'm only doing that just because I wanted to show it off. But we don't actually want to sell pops right now. But yeah, we have that open now. So that is now an option. We can actually be the slave traders. But yeah, we need to fix this problem, guys. This is massive. So it's just destroying our entire economy at this point. So we probably don't have the jobs, because as you can see, everybody's working the artisan jobs right now. Now there might be some planets that have artisan jobs that aren't being fulfilled, but probably not. There's probably just a lack of artisan jobs available. But again, the big problem here is the fact that our pop's habitability are requiring so many of these. So we can make sure that they work that artisan job. Another thing we could do is get rid of some of the research labs, because those take the consumer goods and turn them into the research points. And we got a lot of research labs. We don't have to get rid of it. We can just disable it in this particular case. That does look like that did result in some unemployed pops, but then we can use that unemployed pop, although we don't have the minerals. Yeah, because we sold all of our minerals, so we'll have to wait. Yeah, that'll help a little bit.
Have destroyed one of our mining stations.
There we go. That has improved the situation to a degree. And so we're not going to lose it as fast. And we did sell that slave. Alright, so that's going to be helpful. Extra money here to solve our consumer good issues. And then we're going to have to... God, this is not the most efficient way of doing it, because I'm like literally selling the minerals and then buying them again and paying the market fee each time. But yeah, I want to hurry up and get something constructing over here, fulfill this guy's need for a job with the civilian industries. Just really focus on the consumer goods, because this has become a critical issue for us. The League of Great Botany has found another country to get a non-aggression pact with. We finished up our espionage operation. Yeah, there's still a problem here. And I think it remains a problem until we get out of the negative. Though it is depleting, so maybe not. It looks like we'll be done with it in 3 months here. We have drawn up various plans which press a clear advantage. Our operative has at last been invited to a high security branch facility engaged in cutting edge research. Spymaster Falatira assures us that her simulations paint a favorable forecast. Okay. So we'll see how well that goes. Still waiting for the fleet to get over here. And it looks like worked out. Great Botany research secured. Our infiltration attempt in the League of Great Botany has proceeded flawlessly so far. Our operatives cover held throughout, and although the Vatnika exercised reasonable security, the trust we manufactured was just sufficient to grant us our window of opportunity. A complex series of electronic blinds and bluffs has exposed the research database for just long enough to make our move. Great Botany and security will clamp down tightly after we're done here. So we can say that will do. Mission accomplished. Infiltration level will be decreased by -20, and we'll get a new research option, terrestrial sculpting, that will always be available and for us to finish, and then 30% of that research will be done. Or we can say give us a backdoor access to their future research. We'll still get the same techs. We must wait at least 6 years before attempting another breach on their research facilities. But this is going to result in us researching 10% faster. And it's going to destroy junior officer espionage asset. So we're going to lose the asset, sacrifice the asset for the research speed bonus, which is completely worth it. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. But our intel is filling there, or falling, excuse me. Yeah, that's fine. So we've seemed to have solved the consumer good issues now, guys. Yeah, it's getting much better. And we did raid the pirate station. That gives you a little bit of energy and minerals, but probably doesn't pay for what we lost here when they destroyed all of our stuff. So I want to get this war started. Let me just take a look how we're doing. Yeah, we're much stronger than them now. I'm still trying to build the fleet up, though. I wanted to get like some cruisers going, you know, have the fleet be a little bit larger. We don't want to just straight up reinforce it if it's taking any losses. It looks like it hasn't. Okay, so let's go ahead and reinforce, and then we'll want them to both upgrade and repair. So we just need to send them to upgrade. And then the same thing with these guys. We never upgraded them either. And we can go ahead and reinforce them too. And there's a new thing up for vote. Probably towards the bottom here. Ban organic slave trade. Well, I don't think so. Let's oppose that. So who the hell's proposing this? We need to destroy them. So we can see that we're doing pretty good on our strength now. We no longer have that 10% penalty, it looks like. So that's helping us out. But yeah, we're up there. We're one of the more powerful diplomatically, just probably due to our ship strength. That's going to continue to increase as we build the fleet up, and that's one of the advantages of having the larger fleet. So we got the gene clinics. Of course, again, that requires consumer goods, so we can't actually utilize it right now. We're going to have to wait until we fix the problem that we're currently facing. We need higher pop growth speed. We also need more diplomatic weight, though. And this would give you some envoys. And this actually has a requirement for the the rare resources. So in this case, it's those rare crystals. And I had some buildings that I constructed last episode that I actually canceled because I didn't realize that they had rare resource requirements. Now we do have that bonus that we're currently getting, where it's not requiring as many rare resources, so it's 0.9 rather than 1. There's more fleet command limit available. And then this is the one that we stole the tech for, and it's terraforming. So if you want to terraform planets and turn them into other planets, then you can do that. I mean, maybe at some point, there's certain planets that we don't have anybody that can occupy, like this ocean planet, for instance. So it's something you could terraform, I suppose. But yeah, really not a priority. Terraforming takes a really long time, and it's easier to just go conquer the planets right now. So that's what we'll do instead. I'm tempted to get this one here, but you know what, guys? I really feel like we need more pops. Need more, guys. And we lost one of our admirals. Okay. So we'll go and replace the admiral now, just so I don't forget. And we have 2 admirals. Which one's assigned? Because it said that they're both assigned. Kashnaka is the one that's currently assigned to the fleet. That's weird. We'll go ahead and put this guy in charge. I was thinking maybe it's like the fleet that was like meeting up with them. But this is that mercenary enclave thing that you can do. You can take a fleet and turn them into a mercenary enclave, and you'll get money and stuff from them. From my understanding, I haven't actually used them at all, but we don't want to do that right now, guys. We want to keep our fleet, because then when you lose access to them, you won't have control of them anymore. So yeah, clearly not what we want to do. So I'm just trying to get the fleet built out a little bit more, and then we'll go to war. And that one resolution was passed, so that was the one we supported. So the next one, let's take a look and see if this is something we support. Yeah, it's going to be the Ready Shield. So this will actually make us a lot more powerful, because the diplomatic weight from fleet power will be up, but the ship upkeep will be higher, so that's going to have its cost as well. And we need to get rid of this here. Okay, so yeah, just get our alloys built up, and then we're going to come and invade these guys here. But you know what? We don't have any claims on them, so that's a problem, so we need to do that. So let's go and make some claims for their stuff. Unfortunately, we can't see all their things, so we might have to wait. We can make these claims for now. And just getting all these repairs completed. Alright, so These guys are fully built up, it looks like, or they just don't. Yeah, we just don't have enough alloys to finish them. But yeah, we don't have very many cruisers yet. So I'd like to get a few more built before we do this war. I wanted to do the war this episode, but we had so much stuff that we had to fix. Particularly the consumer good issue was significant. It was a major problem. And looks like we got a bunch of pops not working over here. Probably due to not being able to do the jobs that are available. Yeah, those are enforcer and duelist jobs. And so those are causing the problems here. Okay, so let's go and get some more jobs. And I think we should probably get the civilian industries here. Just trying to fix the problems that we're facing here. We could also do another industrial district as well. But the minerals is actually running a little bit low as well. So that's something to consider. And also we need to get amenities here. So let's get a city district. So we'll get both of those. We'll actually do the city district first. So we'll get both of those over here. And let's just see if there's anywhere else you might want to get some stuff building. We got all these planets, so it does take a lot to get them all. Make sure that they're all, working and doing things. I think this is just an issue of them needing to demote, most likely, and so it takes time to demote. Slaves demote and promote immediately, but normal pops, it takes time. Like, they don't do it immediately. And so we're just waiting for this pop to demote so they can do the clerk or miner jobs. And we do need more miner jobs. We just need more pops, though, is what I'm noticing. We got those flat cannons. All right, excellent. So these are the habitats. So habitats, you're basically building a place for your pops to live outside of planets or whatever. So they live in space. We've got plenty of planets, so it's not really a problem. This is probably not going to be a focus for us. But yeah, they're self-sustaining space stations designed for permanent habitation. And it's interesting play style. You can actually have your species completely live in habitats. But yeah, we're not going to go that route. We're going to get the gas extraction wells there. Yeah, just need to fix our economy before we go to war here, guys. I think it would be wise. And to continue to build the fleet up, just make the war as easy as possible. Because why not? Alright, so let's go and get some more ships going to this one here. So it looks like our friends won that conflict. So they'll be getting closer to us. So we need to attack them as well. Yeah, I think this is probably going to be good enough for us, guys. Can't upgrade that one ship. And I guess we have another upgrade that we haven't put in place yet. Let me just see how close we are to finishing up that one tech. 2 more months. So wait until we get that done. And then we'll go ahead and upgrade the fleets, build out whatever we have available, and then go to war. So we can actually go ahead and move both of these over here. This is, of course, overkill, sending the entire fleets over here, but we're going to do it anyways. So for the next thing, let's go for... You can do the research complexes, though obviously we wouldn't be able to actually build those because they require the gases that we don't have. And of course, the consumer goods is an issue. But we want to have access to those. We never know when it's going to pop up again. And then this is better pop growth speed, so that's going to be helpful because we need more pops. So we're going to get the off-world trading company. So what this does is adds 2 trade value for each trade hub. And so for like a place like Black Mountain, where I don't know if we finished building, we didn't. We built it up, we upgraded it, but I didn't actually get... And we got the torpedo batteries, by the way. And we haven't gotten those ships either yet. Our torpedo ships, the frigates. There's so much stuff to do, guys. But yeah, we'll get a trade hub here. So this will be 3 trade hubs, and then that'll allow us to get some of this trade that's far away and not being gathered. You know what, we'll get one more. And then when we're able to get that building, then each of these will be producing 2 more trade values, so we'll get more energy from it, so it'll be pretty useful. So yeah, we got our fleets moving on over there. I didn't change up these designs. They might have to go back. I don't know where all they can get upgraded. We know they can upgrade at Work Prime, though. But yeah, let's go ahead and go into our ship design and get these changes made. So there's the frigate with the torpedoes. Torpedoes are very powerful. But yeah, we won't be using those just yet. We're going to need to wait. I don't think there's anything for these guys here. But yeah, we do want to put point defense here. So let's go ahead and save that. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else. Okay, so it's just going to be this one. And... Let's let's get rid of this cruiser here. And then this one here, where we gotta upgrade the point defense and the flat cannons. Alright, excellent. So let's gonna save that. And then we'll get these ships upgrading. Shouldn't be too expensive. And yeah, still just waiting for those cruisers to get built here. Alloys is the problem, but we are starting to get energy and minerals stacked up again.
Ships have been made superior.
And we do have a tradition, which means we can unlock a new slot. I think the next one we're going to get is domination. The first effect we get here is just clear blocker cost reduced, so not that helpful. But some of the other ones we're going to get here are going to be very useful for us, as you guys can see here. So yeah, we'll definitely want to go down that route. Alright, so these guys have finished upgrading, so let's go and now move them over here. And if we get the alloys available to upgrade them, we will. Or not upgrade, but reinforce them. We're short a little bit. We should be able to get one cruiser built here, so they'll have 2 cruisers in this one. And then, before we declare war, we want to use those moats as well. We got 295 currently in storage, and we're producing 6. So we'll actually, if we use just one of those, we wouldn't even be losing moats, but I think we're actually going to use 2. Oh, well, that's interesting. So I think this is one of the hordes. And the hordes, you can pay them to attack other empires. And so I think that's what just happened. You have many enemies. They not like you very much and have paid us to bash your systems. And we're happy to oblige. So they're coming to attack us. They're usually pretty powerful. I don't know what direction they're coming from. I don't know where they're at. Is this them here? This is them here. So we can ask you who paid you to attack us. That's a secret. So, yeah. They're coming from way over there. I'm pretty sure they just travel all the way over here. And so I assume they'll come into this location, maybe into this one. Take some time to get here, though, is my point. So we're not going to stop our plans. We'll just deal with it when they get here. I mean, what can we do? So we'll just wait, guys. I wish we had a space station here, but we're under capacity right now. They could attack from this direction, so we could improve this location here. Alright, they're now guaranteeing their independence, so we'd piss off our friends over there if we attack them. So let's go ahead and get a torpedo battery and a hangar bay over here. And then one more defensive building here. So improve this location. I'm trying to think if there's any bases we could destroy. This one doesn't have anything, so we should probably improve this one as well. So let's go and get the gun battery and torpedo battery here. And, you know what, actually we want the target uplink computer. And they want to form a defensive pact. Yeah, I mean, if we don't do it, then yeah, I guess we'll do it. That does mean we might get pulled into wars we don't care about, but we love war, so I'm sure it's fine. We got the gas extraction wells, so we can build those on our planets. But right now, we'll just use the ability to exploit this research or exploit the resources in our systems, and that'll give our construction ship something to do. All right, so let's go for. I was gonna go for this one. It'll take a long time. Let's get this one. We'll speed up any future research. And I know we have some gas. Yeah, we have this one here. So there's the gas there. I don't know if there's any other locations. So let's just sweep through here and make sure. Looks like it's just the one. Okay. I was thinking maybe two locations, but yeah, just the one. So we're gonna build it there. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see where these guys come from, which direction they come from. And did I not move both of these? My bad, guys.
Incoming transmission.
So lots of stuff happening over here. So they have opened up their borders with us. I guess we can open borders with them as well. Why not? Rivalry ended. So this is a research agreement proposal. And they have way better, or a lot more techs than we do. So that would be beneficial to us. So let's go and do that. And then we got those research complexes, which of course we're not going to do just yet because we're not producing any of the actual gases. And we still have the consumer goods issues. We're not out of the hole yet here, guys. All right, so the next thing, could do shields. There's the chemical plants, and this turns minerals into the moats. I don't think we're going to get that. We got our own. We got access to a lot of moats right now already. Yeah, there's also the energy nexus here, which is an upgrade, but of course that requires gases. And then there's a starbase building here as well. And that's a planetary modifier. So that could be pretty useful for certain locations. Let's get the shields. We haven't improved those in a little while. So yeah, we'll get the shields. They're a little bit behind our armor. And we do still use them. Oh, Grok died at 98 years old. Well, that's a bad time for him to die. Because that means that we'll have less points for the edicts, most likely. Because he was giving us a lot of points from that. Okay. So that's unfortunate. Man, this one is so expensive. Alright, so we lost Grok. And so now we have an election for who's going to be the next leader. So these are all different characters that are in our empire. So this is one of our researchers. And the thing to look at when you're making this decision, of course, is the traits here that they're going to have in their agenda. So in the case of this scientist, they're charismatic, fortifier, and they want to increase nostalgia, selective nostalgia. And so that's going to increase unity. Okay, well that's an alright one, but you can see that he's already really old. And so it's probably not the good choice here. We'll just have an election soon anyways. So we'll probably want to go with one of these younger folks. So this is another scientist. Destroyer focus, deep connections. Yeah, the monthly influence is nice. And then secure the borders. Okay, it looks like that's the focus of both of these two here. And she is a fortifier. And then the Hope in the Sky one. And then this character here is the lowest skill level. Got the deep connections, investor, so increased trade value, and then slave optimizations. I think that this is probably the better choice, and she's the youngest one as well. So yeah, I think she's the best choice. So let's go with her. And she's in building the spy network. Okay, so that's... Will that get rid of the spy network? It might. Alright, so we got a new ruler. So let me just go over here. And then we'll have to replace. Now we keep the asset there. And we still have it. I think it would slowly decline if we didn't replace them. And you know what? We're not even using the one over here anyways.
Construction complete.
We'll get another envoy available. And so we need to get them assigned. I think what we're going to do with that one envoy is assign them in here. Because we really need to make sure some of these things don't pass. And so we need as much power as we can get. 1.3 thousand right now. We are going up. Though we won't be able to use her just yet. We're going to have to wait about a year before we can do that. Alright, so we got one fleet over there. We also just finished up a tech over here. Okay, so yeah, we want to make use of that immediately. Let's get something else selected first, though. We really don't need more naval capacity. We're nowhere near our current naval capacity, but we could use getting rid of some of these. So let's go ahead and do that. And then over here on Black Mountain, we want to get that building constructed, the Off-World Trading Company. And so that'll give the 2+ trade value here. Really help us out with the money. So we've got them heading over here. We only need a little bit more alloys to get another. Looks like it's 116. Yeah, I think we're ready to declare war. Unfortunately, it is the end of the episode, though. That would figure. Alright. So this is what we'll do. We'll have to end the episode here, guys. And then we'll start this war in the next video. It's a shame, you know, we were dealing with the consumer good issue, which is still a problem. It's not completely fixed. And before we start, I'll get all of our buildings doing stuff. Like, for instance, we can go and upgrade this building here. Yeah, I'll get all of our buildings doing things, so we don't have to spend episode time doing that, and then we can just get the war started here. And go ahead and invade them, and get ourselves more pops. This is what their species looks like. They have a tropical preference. Okay, well that's going to be useful because I don't think we have anybody that's in the wet category. So they're ingenious, which increases their energy credits, so they'd be a good pop to produce energy for us. Then they're also rapid breeders, so they'll grow faster. That's nice, but they're repugnant. So other pops don't like being around them, and that reduces the amenities they get from any jobs that they're doing. Basically, they'd be like terrible entertainers or whatever. But they wouldn't be able to do that anyway as a slave. Or at least not the slave class we use. So yeah, they'd be great. Yeah, they'd be great. Habitability is going to be an issue, of course. We'll have to deal with that. Yeah, we're gonna slave these guys. So that'll be next episode. So declare war, and then it's going to be not that one. Oh yeah, that's right. They ended that offer, so we'd need to do it again, and they're not willing to do it this time. So we're gonna actually have to fight them. They might be able to get access here and then come in through this space. We'll have to see which direction they come through. If they come through here, we've got a very good station to stop them. So I'm not too worried about them coming up from this direction, but if they came over from this direction, it'd be a problem. And that's just as likely of being the location they come from. In fact, probably more likely they come from that direction. So that's something to consider. We might actually want to move this fleet over here just in case. Because I was thinking they were going to be with us, but I forgot they decided to break the secret fealty. So that's a real shame. Because yeah, we're going to end up going to war with them. That'll break the research agreement as well. Yeah, that's a bummer that they won't do that. Okay, so we'll just have to fight them too. So we might want to send a fleet up that way, because I think this fleet here might be powerful enough to win on its own. It's a pretty powerful fleet, and they're clearly much weaker than us. We'll see. We'll see what we have to do here, guys. And we don't even know if they'll even help. They might not even try and come through here. These guys might not give them access, so they won't be able to attack us anywhere, because they certainly won't. So yeah, they can't come through this way. So it has to be this way. So yeah, they might not even be able to get access, in which case they can't help out in the conflict at all. So we'll see what happens, guys. We'll send both fleets over here for now, and then we can always come over here. Yeah, maybe we lose some stuff or whatever, but yeah, eventually we'll get it dealt with. So it should be a fun conflict. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode when we start this up. If you enjoyed this one, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. And thanks for watching.